Your check engine light is staring you in the face with a code for a catalyst temperature sensor malfunction. But before you go hunting for a part that might not even exist by that name on your engine block, you should know that your car is actually talking about your oxygen sensor. The P043A code specifically points to bank 2, sensor 2, which is the sensor located downstream or behind your catalytic converter. To understand why this matters, you have to look at the catalytic converter as the hero of your exhaust system. It takes nasty gases and uses a chemical reaction to turn carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons and nitrogen oxides into harmless water vapor and carbon dioxide. Your car's brain, the PCM, monitors how well this hero is working by comparing signals from two different oxygen sensors. A standard front sensor will rapidly flip its signal between 0.1 and 0.9 volts. But that second sensor we are looking at should stay very steady around 0.45 volts if the converter is doing its job. When the computer detects a malfunction in this specific circuit for bank 2, it triggers this code. While the severity is moderate, you will definitely notice poor engine performance, a drop in your fuel economy, and higher emissions. Before you go out and buy a new sensor, you must check for exhaust leaks. Even a tiny hole in the pipe can let outside air in and trick the sensor into giving a false reading. If the exhaust is sealed tight, grab a scan tool and look at the voltage graph while the engine is at its normal operating temperature. If the sensor is not responding or staying flat at an incorrect voltage, it is likely time for a replacement. You can also test the wiring continuity by turning the ignition off and using a multimeter to check the ohms between the sensor signal terminal and the PCM. If your meter reads out of limits, you have a broken wire somewhere in the harness. Make sure to check the ground side as well by testing the harness terminal against the chassis. If the wiring is perfect and the sensor is new but the code persists, you might be looking at a PCM that needs a software update or is failing to process the signals correctly, though that is quite rare compared to a simple dead sensor or a corroded plug.